level 1 shenanigans going on. We got Teemo chilling at home right now. He's coming in for a sneak attack late to the game. Nothing fancy gonna happen. Everyone will just go into their lane for now. Yasuo and Mord getting acquainted. Establishing dominance. Oh, look at the bullied out of top lane. There's a big mental pressure that was won there in top. That was really key right here. Just taking a peek, saying hi. Udyr starting at the enemy red buff. Well, that's gonna be a fun start, and it does not look like they have wards. They do not know about this. Orianna waiting in try that is also not warded. Really just no vision out, so they're not gonna know about this. If Vi does path top, she is gonna be a tad behind from this, and especially falling behind to an Udyr is not going to be great. There's also potential for Udyr to take red and go top immediately here and give Yasuo a big lead. Akali opting to push early here, going for the level 2. Putting some nice poke damage down onto the Fizz. Udyr is going to get away with that red buff. Using the smite to get out there nice and quick. Does not go top. Is just going to go back to his blues, start power farming top lane, putting some damage down on each other. This is an all-in situation. Conqueror procs. Yasuo putting damage down, taking autos. Big Q from Mordekaiser. End of its range. Able to secure the Yasuo and get sums down. Huge play for top lane. Bad news for Yasuo top here. Does not have TP to get back. Does have his Udyr up there, and the Vi does not know yet. She has not seen her red buff. If they go up there in 2v2, I think the Udyr Yasuo does win that. Damage down from the Akali and E coming out from Fizz, able to get the slow off. Respond with a Q, does lose the trade though. Mordekaiser is going to back top lane, so not going to be vulnerable to top. Udyr going to continue clearing down to his bot side. Vi figuring out no red now at the Wraiths. No real ability to follow. Let's see what scuttle they go to. Does Vi think she knows to contest or take top? We shall see. Or does she try and give it thinking that top is gone and goes bot, which is happening. Or not. Bot lane, just clearing back and forth. No damage even down on either of them right now. Orianna down a bit of mana, but Wave pushing her way. Able to get a little bit of harass down on the Teemo, but has most of her mana pool. Ping's coming down on the mid lane. Vi coming from top side into mid. Big slow onto the Akali. She's low energy as well. Has to shroud. Exhaust comes down and her Vi misses the Q. Akali walking back towards mid lane. Looking like she's going to walk out of this just fine. Getting autos down very low though. Q auto kill from Fizz in the mid lane. Great gank from Vi. Worked out. A lot of things missed, but hey, they got it. And come out clean. Bottom lane, needing to back very low mana on this Orianna with Wave pushing into her is going to make it tough, but the Udyr is down there. If the line ended up a gank, and a ping coming down on bottom lane. For the help, Yasuo getting a knock up onto Mordekaiser. Good damage down, but the Vi is here, does not hit the Q. The Yasuo trying to run out, but it's going to be a long run, taking a lot of autos here. Tornado is up. He throws it down, gets a knock up on both, trying to get out of this, trying his damnedest. Does not have his passive up yet. So close. Vi able to take him down. Akali not able to rotate in time. Udyr helping Orianna clear this wave, I believe. She's going to have a real tough time without mana. Probably asking for the help here. The Udyr taking some of the farm because, you know, he's a Udyr. He says your help is going to cost you. Vi looking for the Q on the mid. Akali taking some damage, but able to put a lot back on the Vi with the Fizz rotating. Trying to get something started and bait the Akali into something a little more there, but senses it, puts some good damage down, remains healthy to fight the Fizz here. Fizz going in, taking some autos, and E from both of them to attack the Akali and her get away. And back to stasis, but a very, very aggressive lane here. Fizz at a level behind going on the Akali and doing okay on the trade too. Wave is pushing towards them. A TP going bottom with the Ori as Teemo backs there. And he does not have a TP to get back. That might be some plates in bottom lane. Udi are soloing Dragon now. There is no vision from red teams. They do not seem to know about this. None on the bot side at all from either team, really. Fizz putting some Q auto damage down, but Akali still has her E. It's going to be a fight. Akali both level 5 in her Shroud, taking big damage. Oh, snipes the Fizz both so low. Able to secure it with top lane fighting going down too. Big damage going down on the Yasuo. Udyr gets caught at the Dragon. Vi has sensed it, caught onto him, kills him. Likely going to jack the Dragon, but Ori is going to respond. Will the Vi get away with it or repeat the mistakes of Udyr? Vi able to secure it, and Ori gonna walk out as well. What a mad series of events going on here in the early game. Red coming up huge on this, up 4-1, and Vi looking for more on the Kali, so low, but in her Shroud, level 6, using her R to get away and an E combo, able to get out. Nice and safe, but had to use a lot to get out. So the main objectives of the early game now down. Should expect a little bit more farming and a little bit of calming down until Shelly is on the way and the next dragon. But we know that might not be the case. Udyr and Vi both pathing topside here. Might get some 2v2 explosion coming soon. Or able to have some mana items now. Able to clear and poke the Teemo a little bit more, although I don't know how to see items on this UI. I'm just going to assume she has mana items because it looks like it. Teemo got a nice network of shrooms set up down there. It grows and grows. Nice E from Mordekaiser. Taking a good trade. Ult goes down onto the Yasuo. Fighting begins. Yasuo ults. Big damage down, but it looks like he is behind and losing. Flashes the Q, able to get out, but Mord responds with the flash and auto to kill the Yasuo. Big lead for the Mordekaiser now top lane. See, red ping's coming down on the mid lane. They're going to run into the Akali pink, though. Akali sensing it. Ping's danger. Vi going for the topside blue buff instead. And Akali knows it, but steps a little too far forward, taking damage. It's a Vi ult, able to R out again into the Shroud, but very low. Needs R2 to get out and still so low. Able to get it. Vi is going deep and able to get the kill. The Triumph heals him, but he takes another tower hit and he is down. A greedy dive, but gets the Akali 1-for-1. Now to this troublesome topside again. Good trade from Yasuo there. Orianna very much out of mana here in the bot lane. Teemo's got a nice little wave building up. This is going to be tricky for Ori to deal with. It gives Teemo a lot of pressure. No dragger up right now or anything too major. Shelly is spawn now, and Udyr is in that top side. Yasuo a level behind on the Mord, but looking to do some damage. Ulting on top of him, going in hardcore on the Mord. Very low, though. Neither player with flash. Both down. Udyr is top side now. The rotation is here, and Mord does not have flash. It is looking ugly. Damage down onto the Mord. So low, Mord did not get his shield out, and must have been on cooldown, and dies. Great pickup from the Mord there, and great bait from the Yasuo. And this is the trouble being out of mana here in bot lane with the big wave building. Ori has a tough time responding. If the Vi wants to come dive, she probably could. And at best, you know, the Teemo gets a bunch of plates and free damage down. Vi's going to use the pressure advantage to go for the red buff instead. Also a good option. Fizz landing the R onto the Akali, but Akali able to E away. Able to still get big damage down from both of them, but R2 comes down from Akali. That is a dead Fizz right there. He lands the R, but kind of has to overcommit in order to get to the Akali, and doesn't have a lot left in the tank. And Akali likes those longer fights while you're waiting for cooldowns, and ultimately wins that one out. Great play from the Akali. Udyr now on to Shelly, always prioritizing objectives. Yasuo going to rotate down to secure that. And there's only 3 plates on that top tower, so they could look to bring this top and try and shove that in and go for first tower and 3 plates if they wanted to. especially because the Mord feels quite strong. If they could get the Yasuo out of that lane, that might be a good option. And then he can just kind of free farm after that, and we know the Yasuo will kind of scale after that. I guess it is a full plate, though. It will be tricky. They'll need to land another kill up there, but they still don't have flashes, and the Yasuo should know that because they're on the same flash timing. But the Udyr is going to opt down to the pathing to the bottom side, which is also fine. Dragon is up, and that's a reasonable place to be going. See the Vi backing, likely prepping for Dragon here. Should see some fireworks shortly. Mordekaiser is still in the top side right now and does not have TP. Yasuo is going to respond though, so this is going to be a 4v4 at Dragon. Or excuse me, a 3v3. I forgot we're in a 4v4. Teemo comfortably clearing. Vi is getting some pressure onto Dragon though. Ping's coming down on bottom lane and Vi. Udyr is rotating over. Udyr's about to find this Vi. Fight starts. Big damage coming down onto the Udyr. Orianna ult hitting the Vi, but not doing a ton here. A TP coming in. Akali has arrived. Great R and the E onto the Teemo to stay with him. Oh, even with the flash, the Akali still gets him under tower. Huge pickup from the Akali. Vi trying to respond by ulting the Udyr, taking that smite off the table. He is low, but it looks like he's going to get out. The flash onto him. He is diving way underneath, able to take away the Udyr, but dies himself. No Dragon's going to get taken here. The Fizz taking out the Orianna on the other side. We see the Yasuo top. I like what the Yasuo and Relax Uranus are doing here. Taking some of the enemy jungle off the table. He is going to lose a plate for this, though, and about a wave, and maybe a second one if Morta puts that the second wave in. We're about to see a big clash again, I feel, at Dragon. The Udyr does still have the Herald. They should be figuring out where to drop that at some point, and they want to do that before plates expire. They have about a minute to get that down. Yasuo engaging in some poke here. Mordekaiser misses E, but throws down the ult. Yasuo ults right away, gets his shield, but taking a lot of damage. Flash for flash again. Mordekaiser on top of him. Kills the Yasuo again. With a huge lead in Mord. Extremely hard for the Yasuo to get away as soon as Mord presses R. The Dragon is still up though, and blue team can respond. It is a 3v3 down here. Mordekaiser is probably going to get first tower out of the deal. Red pings onto Udyr. They want blood here. Udyr stunning the Vi, trying to walk away, but the Fizz has arrived. Vi ult comes down. Fizz ults. It's not come down. Exhaust coming down on the Akali. Akali saves the Vi, but ultimately able to pick it up, and the Fizz is too low. The Akali trying to run the Fizz down. No mana for a lot here. Ease forward, gets the Q down, and the auto ignite. Done. Fizz absolutely taken down there. With the double kill coming out from the Akali. Huge pickup. Dragon's still alive. At no point in time has the objective actually been taken, but there's been a lot of blood over this, mainly the junglers both dying for each other. Herald coming down now. It's going to be marching mid lane. They did not get plate money off that, unfortunately. And we'll see if the Herald even gets to tower. It does create a threat and some pressure that Red needs to go deal with. So that hopefully they can get some a space advantage in Dragon and clear some wards and things to be able to get control. Looks like that Shelly is going to get a slam down. Udyr going to guide it in. Fizz missing ult, getting stunned, trying to clear the wave and stop Shelly. Is not able to do so. A slam gets down. A rotation bot side. What an Orianna ultimate! Grabs the Vi mid dash. Oh my goodness. What a play. Saves the day. It was looking ugly for him, but stays alive with a great ult. And now blue team is in a great position to start rotating to Dragon. Red team pinging for help. Get him over there. But there is no hope. Mordekaiser is stuck top lane, and this is looking like a free dragon for blue unless the Vi wants to steal, opting not to. Mordekaiser maintaining his massive lead up there. It is a dragon, but at what cost? A first tower, a bunch of waves, and some damage onto the tier 2, as the Mordekaiser continues to be a threat that they're going to need to deal with that at some point. The Akali now going up with the Yasuo. The E lands onto the Yasuo, but the Akali once in, they are both level 12. The R comes down from the Mord, but the Akali burst is way too much damage. Mord cannot do a sustained damage. Enough, and Udi are finding picks in the mid lane now with red buff. He's looking for blood on this Fizz. Fizz goes the other direction. Cannot get away from the Udyr. Run down. And Akali looking like a great answer for that Mordekaiser on the red side. Vi now looking for kills on the Udyr. A level behind. Ping's coming down. They want the Vi. They realize it's a 2v1. Able to get the fruit on the Udyrs to get healthy. He is low, but Turtle Stance is going to keep him alive. Vi taking tower hits. This is free money for Akali all day. Ping's now coming down onto the second Shelly, and blue team has complete control. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Orianna just getting to farm up, turn into that late game monster. I'm still blown away by that ultimate. That was like max range on the Vi. And this is going to be a free herald for blue team. Let's see what they decide to do with this. Because red team is, if they go top, is nowhere near, but looks like I'm going to hang on to it again, find a more dedicated push. They probably have quite a bit of money after that fight too. Looking to reset and use that at a better time. Not a bad idea. Yasuo freely split pushing top now, getting some damage down on top. Fizz looking like he's going to be the one to respond. Maybe with the Vi, looking for a little 2v1 action up there. Akali wants to 1v1 this Mordekaiser. Not able to land things. Akali getting big damage down. Oh, an ult coming down on the Yasuo. He's not able to wall in time, but he does get the exhaust down, which also stops the Fizz E, but it might not be enough. Exhaust back from the Fizz. The ultimate coming out from Yasuo. It is going to be close. They're both so low. Yasuo misses the Q. Oh, and the Fizz lives with a sliver of health. If he had hit that Q, he would have absolutely been dead. Unfortunate. And all incoming now from the Teemo in bottom lane, but Orianna gonna walk away from that. Akali puts the ignite down on Mordekaiser right away. They want blood. Mordekaiser ults the Udyr, and it is going to work. The Vi puts an ult down on Akali, keeps her to the side. It is a 2v1 now. Akali looking for some fancy plays, though not able to get it. And 1,000 gold shutdown for the Vi is a huge turnaround on money in a fight that was so close. A TP coming now bottom to defend against the Teemo. Orianna continuing to farm fest this out. And there is a huge potential here for the Wombo in a 4v4 game here with the Ori Yasuo late game as we develop into some of these later game team fights. This tower looking pretty free for red right here. Yasuo not going to be able to defend. We see Baron spawning in a little less than a minute. We'll see if either team is interested in that. Blue team in particular, or sorry, red team in particular would be able to shred that quite well. Uh-oh, the net is coming for Orianna. She doesn't know she's sweeping. The Vi and the Fizz are here. The fish lands. Damage is coming down. Teemo's here to collapse too. It is all over for Orianna. Dragon is up soon, but the response comes from Udyr with the Herald in the mid lane. They know they got to pressure something. Akali is stuck top too, but she might get that tower if uncontested. This is a tier 2 Shelly too. Slams are going to hurt here. The second slam is going to come down, but at what cost? The Udyr and the Yasuo are stuck in mid lane. Yasuo going to sacrifice. No, able to flash out. Tries to get away best he can, able to distract long enough for the Udyr to get out. But Teemo freely split pushing here, able to get the bottom tower's response, and Akali was not able to take the top tower. Vi is so greedy going for that blue buff, trying to take it with both Udyr and Akali there, not enough vision. And ultimately punished for it with Dragon coming up right now. That is an unfortunate time for your jungler to be dying here. Yasuo spam pinging the dragon. Priorities of the blue team right now. You know what he wants. But, oh, Mordekaiser's in position. There's not enough vision. Able to ult the Udyr. The fish lands on the Akali. He's actually dodging it. Akali's going to dive while the Udyr fights the Mord. But Akali not able to do enough. Teemo warding her off. Fizz out of mana. Gonna need to go back. Ping's going down on the dragon, but Red can't really fight this yet. They don't care. They're gonna go for it. Vi's on the way. They see the Udyr bottom. They feel that they have an advantage. Mord grabbing the Orianna. Orianna landing an ult on two of them, Teemo and Mord, but they're fighting back. It's not enough. Yasuo is going to go down. Red team in a great position. Fizz still out of mana, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter. Akali is backed, and red team is in all the position here. But Udyr's going to look to steal, doesn't quite get there, is going to get knocked up. A close attempt, but not able to get there. Oh, but everyone's getting picked for it. Orianna was there as well, and she is going to get run down. The Udyr, the Teemo, the Vi, they're all after her. She's got the speed, but it is not enough, even with the Everfrost. Akali looking to clean up some kills here, though. Playing the sneaky beaky game in the bush. Oh, and this could work in the Teemo. Oh, he left at the worst possible time. Oh, that was unfortunate. He could have definitely killed the Teemo and maybe the Mordekaiser too. Oh, instead, they're going to turn the tide with a 3v1 bottom. Vi has ultimate, is going to save it. Akali knows she needs help. Red team's figured out the responses on the way. They're going to head home. Got random Spotify music in the background. Oh, look at the vision control coming down from Fizz here. That's some late game awareness from your mid laner right there. Converging onto the top lane, Yas as well. Mord is going to be there to reinforce. The fish comes down but gets blocked by the Yasuo this time. He's going to commit anyway. The exhaust comes out from the Yasuo. Fizz trying to get away now. Yasuo ulting on top of him. The Udyr is on the way. The Mordekaiser did not actually show up. The blue team Udyr shows up first instead, and Fizz tries to flash, but it's not going to be enough. I don't think it is. His E is up. He's going to continue running, and now the Udyr wants to commit. He gets ulted by the Mordekaiser, gets stuck. The fish is out. And now the Udyr's getting slapped around. Oh, he gets grabbed by the Mordekaiser, pulled in, knocked up, gone. Yasuo in a tricky-ish spot. No, his team is here. It's a 3v2 actually. Blue team has an advantage, but Vi doesn't care. She is going in. Yasuo doesn't have ult. They're going to commit. Oh, and Yasuo dies and the Ori gets ulted. It is now up to the Akali to 2v1, putting big damage down. They're standing together. Maximum AoE here from the Akali. But not enough, gets knocked up by the Vi. Ultimately, too many red members, not enough damage from the Akali. Teemo pressuring mid lane, and a top lane wave on the way. It is not looking great for the blue team at 12 to 22, decisively behind at this point. Red team is going to continue to clear top. The tower's only half health, so they kind of want to commit. Udyr is looking to clear the wave, though. He didn't go for the stun. The fish lands and this tower's almost dead. He might get turned on, but Yasuo is on the way. They are kind of half health, though. And they are opting to retreat here. The Mordekaiser is going to stay, and the response from the blue team looks like 3 members headed up, and the Vi is out, and the Fizz is gone as well. It's going to be a 3v1. This Mordekaiser is going to get run down. Yasuo ulted, Ori ulted on top of it. He's trying to fight back, but he does not have ult yet. It is not quite up. It is up now. Oh, he didn't quite have it yet. That would have been key to his ability to 3v1 there. Unfortunate timing. Able to put up a good fight otherwise, though. Blue team picking up some nice money there. Udyr going to start clearing around the Baron side, checking for vision. Teemo's got a nice shroom network up all around that bot side. I'd like to see him transition some of those shrooms over to the Baron side, and that team can really start looking for Baron control and wins over there, especially with an Udyr that has to do lots of running around and checking to get places. You guys can really fuck with them with a big shroom network over there. Udyr getting picked on the top side, though. Fish comes down while he's at blue buff. He doesn't see it, and he is gone, eliminated, does no damage. And they are on the Baron side. They are pinging it. Oh, blue team is pinging it because they know it is an actual concern. They want help, but red team is looking for more picks. Blue team doesn't see this ward. They have not cleared. They're going to get pinched on. It's a 2v2, and the Mord should probably rotate over. The Akali will as well, but they'll both be late. TP coming down from Akali. It is a 3v2 and a huge double man ult from the Orianna and the Yasuo, and they are going to turn this 2v2 into a 3v2 with the Akali and ultimately win out here. And that is some big shutdown money on the Akali while Dragon is spawning too. Huge timing for blue team here. Udyr is spawning right now, so he's going to be sprinting right over. The Mordekaiser's looking to rotate, but the Akali is going to head him off. Or her and Yasuo are going to rotate to the Dragon now then. Teemo's got a nice shroom network around this dragon fight here. He is very well prepared for this. Udyr face tanking it, not carrying, going on to the Mordekaiser, putting some damage down. Akali lands E, puts some damage on to the Teemo. The Mordekaiser is fighting it out with the Udyr. If he can kill him before he smites, they could win it. Dragon's still 1300. The Udyr goes down. There is no smite available here. Yasuo's going to have to try and steal, but he does not. Mordekaiser goes off. He takes everything. Champions, Dragon, he has it all. An unfortunate fight out of blue side, especially when the Mordekaiser ulted the Udyr. That was a great play to keep him off the Dragon. We see Fizz again taking vision on that top side on the Baron side. Blue has a lot of vision on that top side. They are very well prepared to spot what happens over there next. And we go back to a bit of stasis. Mordekaiser getting some damage down with a pretty sizable wave there, actually. A lot of damage down on that mid inhibitor tower. Could be a weak point come later on here. And they're just kind of splitting and taking the whole jungle right now. Red expanding on the lead here by clearing everything on the blue side. A Fish ult coming in on the top side. Yasuo getting hit, but puts the ult back down onto the Fizz, and the Fizz realizing he might have overcommitted. The Udyr is here, out in bare form, smacks him, stunned, knocked up, and he is trying to get out. No mana, though. He is absolutely dead here. But Red responds into the bot lane. They know they have a 3v2. They saw two in the top side. The E lands onto the Orianna. Mord figuring out when to go in. Taking big damage, though. Vi not able to get the Q over the wall. They're going to keep pushing, but Udyr's starting to rotate down now. It's not much of a lead. They're taking... Oh. They're taking damage from shrooms. That's Krugs. Oh, but the Udyr is getting picked. The Vi spots him, and that's a huge shroom from Teemo. Catches the Udyr. He goes down. Remains a 3v2 on this bot side. Let's see if red stays. They see the Yasuo top. They keep their man advantage down here. They don't have Vi ult to catch anyone, though. Looks like Mord and Teemo are going to 2v2, and it looks like a good choice. Mord lands the E on the Orianna. Big damage. Akali quite low as well, trying to spit back Qs at him, but it is not enough. They are losing these trades. Gets picked up by the Mord E again. He is just landing everything right now. Akali able to survive with her E, but still takes a lot of damage, has to back. Yasuo clearing mid best he can. The level 16 Vi does not seem to care. A lot of damage going down on that mid tower again. It is super low. Vi opts to put damage down on the Yasuo, still taking big damage. But blue team is there to respond now, and Fizz is seen topside. We see blue team grouping up here. The Vi is going to back. I'd expect some more Baron pressure now coming up. Now we're starting to get to that kind of critical threshold where they can do it quite quickly. So a lapse in vision here could cost them. And we see Teemo starting to set up the Shroom network over there too. So I expect some Dragon or Baron shifts here soon. Fish landing onto the Yasuo again. Fizz going in. Low mana again, but he's got the Teemo here this time. A lot of damage. Yasuo Windwall's already down, not able to block any of the Teemo incoming damage. And that is a big pick on the top side. Akali's trying to respond, looking for plays onto the Teemo, going in, not able to land the E. Sees the Fizz here, but he is low mana, and he is gone. He has no mana, no health. Akali still here, puts Q down, lands the E clean with a lot of shrooms around there that could have killed him. Dicey situation. If he hits any one of those, he is dead, but manages to weave around him and stay alive and pick up the Teemo. That was a nice little 2v1 there. Udyr gonna face tank these out now. We do see Dragon coming up. You see both teams spam pinging it. You know they want it as they walk topside. You can tell by their pings, not necessarily by where they're walking, but they do have a nice Baron pressure threat here, I guess, if that makes sense. So Blue might be a little bit worried about that, but ultimately they do not care. They are headed to Dragon. They are men on a mission, and with 2 on red, they're going to have a decisive lead if they can all get there. Vi able to get back over the wall. And they are into the river now, and red is not. But Dragon hasn't actually spawned yet. Red team now is here. Teemo working his way over. Dragon 30 seconds out. Or 20 seconds out, whenever it turns yellow. Mordekaiser trying to land his E. Orianna walks away. Fizz misses the fish. But Udyr is walking into him, stun bodying, but trying to tank. It is too much. Flashes out, dies. That is the smite from Blue team. That's going to make it extremely difficult for them to respond. It would need to be a giant wombo combo, and 2 people. No Yasfall was not enough. Blue's going to get pressured out here. Yasuo looking to steal anyway. He is a madman. The Dragon still has 4k health. He's not going to be able to do it, but I don't think they had vision. The Akali now very low too in a 3v1. Looking at best to get out, but not able to. And that is a 3-for-0 plus the Dragon. Ori giving it her damnedest to try and steal that, but not able. Let's see what red takes off this. The world is their oyster as they claim the ocean soul here. Bad news for Blue team. And red team is going to opt to just march down into mid here. And this tower, already being super low, takes no time to drop onto the inhibitor. This is likely going to be gone too. Uh-oh, the Mordekaiser has disconnected. Uh-oh. Red team's won. Oh, you reconnected. Okay, I was say that was a win condition for Blue there is Mordekaiser disconnects. Everyone has spontaneous heart attacks. Not that I'd want them to have that, just it would be required for them to win this game. And red team looking like they're just going to continue the march top here. Doesn't need to get Baron. Doesn't want to risk it. Oh, but the Vi is backed. They need to be a little careful. This is a 3v4 with the Vi nowhere near, and Fizz is going in onto the Yasuo, who's now half health. Are they just this strong? A big Ori play landed on all of them in a huge knockup, and they go to war now. It is close. Akali cleaning up a double. Mordekaiser lived in his ult for a while, but it is over now. He is able to pick up 1, but that is going to be it. Vi went home and is nowhere near. Oh, but the Mordekaiser's not done. He's saying, I've got more. The smite comes down for Udyr to slow him down, but he's so tanky. No one can get to him. Udyr gives him the stun, but Mordekaiser wants to fight and smashes him anyway. Udyr here picks it up, or Orianna picks it up, able to respond, luckily. Mordekaiser almost walking out of that would have been absolutely insane. Akali doing her damnedest to clear these waves. Doing what Akali does worst. Vi continuing to take enemy jungle best she can. I like this response with the red buff here. We know the Orianna is backed. We see the Akali in mid lane. This is very safe. Vi once more, though, looking to pick the Orianna, and it might work. But the Yasuo, and it needs to happen soon, because the Yasuo and Akali can rotate soon after, and she's looking for blood. Her team is not here, not able to land the cube. Probably time to go. Not a time you want to be dying right now, especially with Baron up right now. Blue should be very thankful that red team is not pressuring Baron side and sweeping all of this right now, although it looks like they might be headed there soon. Especially with this inhib pushing in, it's going to be tough for them to clear. Oh, Akali not able to land the Q, but RE's lands it on the Vi. She is all alone. It is 3v1, trying to get escape, but Akali chasing her down. Vi turning it around with an R, but not enough. The Fizz is going to get caught out here too. That is 2 dead on the red side. Blue, at least getting free inhib time. At best, might be able to turn this into more. Looking to land everything on the Mordekaiser. He wasn't able to get the ult off. He's just dead. He's just dead. He's not able to 4v1 if he just dies from all the CC and knockups, and that is going to be a clean 4-for-0 ace, and I'd have to imagine they look to Baron here. I don't know who's going to clear. Someone needs to, but hopefully the Yasuo and the Udyr can just duo this, and it kind of looks like they can. Maybe. Yeah. Looks like they can, especially with Yasuo win wall up soon. TP coming in to make sure this is safe. Orianna is going to be the one to clear. And all members of red team dead. This is absolutely free for blue. They're pinging Elder Dragon coming up soon. They want more after this. They're going to reset, get their push going. After that push and their Barons expiring, they should be able to take Elder right around that time. They're starting with enemy jungle first. It's a little greedy in case they get caught out there. I think they should just reset and go to dragon side, start setting up all the vision that you need around there for picks in the team fight down there, and then start just taking jungle and things bot side and clearing waves around there, making sure you're ready. Akali looking for plays on the top, though. Fizz taking tons of damage. He's got nowhere near him. Anyone near him. He is in trouble. Akali misses the Q, but it does not matter. R2 with the execute is enough to kill the Fizz, and that is a 50-second respawn timer. Not the worst with Elder Drake being on the timer that it is. Don't think they're going to be able to get a lot off it. Blue team happy to just clear now with mid lane while this inhibitor clears, but Vi is looking for a 1v1. Her team is not close, but it does not matter. She's so strong, but the exhaust is going to buy a lot of time. Yasuo life stealing a lot of shields. Team is here. There's the knockup. Orianna and Akali have arrived. Vi just a little too far out with her team not quite there. And the dragon is spawning now soon. Vi is actually dead for this Elder Dragon spawn. This is bad news for red team here. They're going to be down a man, and it is their jungler, so the steal potential here is extraordinarily low. There's still a lot of time to go, though. 20 seconds now. Teemo trying to get some shrooms up. They're keeping him held at the choke here. Mord taking off the Banshees on Akali. Oh, Akali accidentally walking into the shroom, taking big damage, getting ulted by Mordekaiser. I don't know if it'll matter. It's a hard one for Mord to hit, and he's having a tough time hitting Qs in his E. Akali looks like she's going to win that, and she absolutely does. Godlike for Akali. Absolutely huge. And that is another member for Red Team dead. This is going to be incredibly hard for Red to contest this. Fizz does not have ultimate. And it looks like they are just going to concede this. So now they have... Didn't really use a lot with the Baron. They still have a little bit of it remaining. But now they have the Elder. And they are walking mid lane. They are looking like they want to end. And remember, Mordekaiser, the saving grace of red team over there, the absolute beast, is Stalzy 22 seconds on his cooldown timer. He has a ways to go. This is at least a free inhib. I think red is likely going to give this, making the wise choice of just backing off, giving the inhibitor. Protect the Nexus towers. This is gone. And the Baron now expires. They still have Elder. Blue team pinging back pings. Not going to want to overcommit. Have a lot of money here. Do this nice and slow the right way. But Yasuo getting caught by the fish. Doesn't get the wind wall out in time. Gets ulted. And the Vi ults on top of him as well. Mordekaiser ult coming down. The Vi and the Yasuo punching it out. Both go down. The Elder buff popping there. The Teemo taking big damage, about to get popped by the Akali. Akali misses the auto, but doesn't matter. Hits the Q and able to kill both of them. Stays alive with the Zhonya. Mordekaiser is going to have to do it all, but it is going to be tough for him. There is a full health Orianna, Akali, and Udyr here. Udyr tanking it, gonna land a stun here. Here comes the damage. Everfrost coming down. Mordekaiser is stuck. Udyr should walk away. He's taking big damage, but doesn't matter. The Elder buff is just too strong. And the blue team walks it down, coming up big in the team fight here. Teemo Shroom's doing big damage. Can it go? Oh, yes, it gets the Akali. Can he hold this? There's another Shroom there. He doesn't know. Oh, it gets him. Oh, kill him. They both shield at the same time. Will it get him after the shields expire? It will not. Dang. Too much shields. But MVP Teemo saves the game there, killing one of the members and deterring the other two here. Both teams now resetting. There's not a lot of objectives on the map at this point. This could be kind of a waiting game. We have a 40-minute bloodbath right now. An absolute bloodbath. We have 68 kills in this game. Oh, we're a kill off from the funny number. Got to change that. And I presume we will shortly here, because it has been a lot of non-stop fighting. Just clearing of buffs for now, though. Looks like blue kind of wants to split topside. It almost looks like they're going to 3-1 or something. Oh, they recognize Baron's up in a minute. Orianna has TP, so she can split and go for that weak bot side tower. Yasuo does not see the Vi here. Oh, the red team net is here. This is a very dead Yasuo. He is so gone. Unfortunate timing. That is a 61-second death timer, and Baron's going to be up before then. Let's see if red team recognizes that. They want more. They see the Orianna. We know she has TP, but where will she use it? Oh, the Akali putting big damage down on the Vi. Vi getting super low. About a quarter health here. Exhaust coming down. It doesn't matter. Akali kills her through it. Mordekaiser ulting the Akali now. Oh, but she gets out. And Fizz getting super low here. Akali having to Zhonya's, but a great Q for Mordekaiser to make sure she does not escape. Orianna had the TP, but does not show up, continuing to push that bot side, figuring the fight is lost already. Able to get 2 towers out of the deal. Red team continuing to push now. It's going to be up to Udyr. And hopefully the Orianna is not backed. She is not backed. The Udyr is going to continue to go, but he's going to die. She needs to back. They're going to take the tower. First tower going down. Second one under siege. She's trying to back now, but it's too late. They've gone too far, but they're probably going to slug it out anyway. The Yasuo going into contest best he can, taking big damage, trying to do damage to the Teemo, but it doesn't matter. Orianna landing damage onto the Fizz. He's so low, but lives. Dodges the fish with the Zhonyas. More big EQ, and she gets obliterated by the red team. Red team now just eager for blood, hanging out in front of the fountain. Once more, banging the Nexus. Ton